What's up, guys? How's it going? So, today I really wanted to cover something that happened a few days ago, and it's something that happened with Activision Blizzard. I know it's something a lot of people have already made videos about, or that maybe you could have seen it on news outlets, or just people talking about it on any social media. But I wanted make my own video about it. So, what happened? Well, Activision Blizzard got sued a couple of days ago by the California's Department of Employment and Housing. The government is suing Activision Blizzard after a 2-year-long investigation because of regular sexual harassment and discrimination against women in the workplace. So I got the document here. We're gonna go through it, and I'm also gonna talk a little bit about it. All right, and it reads like the executive ranks, women across the company are assigned to a lower paid and lower opportunity levels. Female employees receive lower starting pay and also earn less than male employees for substantial similar work. Defendants promote women more slowly and terminate them more quickly than their male counterparts. Faced with such adverse terms and conditions of employment, many women have been forced to leave the company. Defendants have also fostered a pervasive frat boy culture that continues to thrive in the office. Women are subjected to cube crawls, in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office, and often engage in inappropriate behavior towards female employees. Male employees probably come into work hungover, play video games for long periods of time during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, engage in banter about their sexual encounters, talk openly about female bodies, and joke about rape. Unsurprisingly, defendants' frat boy culture is a breeding ground for harassment and discrimination against women. Female employees are subjected to constant sexual harassment, including having to continually fend off unwanted sexual comments and advances by their male co-workers and supervisors, and being groped at the cube crawls and other company events. High-ranking executives and creators engage in blatant sexual harassment without repercussions. Numerous complaints about unlawful harassment, discrimination, and retaliation were made to the defendants' human resources personnel and executives, including to Blizzard's entertainment president J. Allen Brack, but defendants failed to take effective remedial measures in response to these complaints. Employees were further discouraged from complaining as human resource personnel were known to be close to alleged harassers. An internal investigation into the Human Resource Unit noted that there was a big lack of trust and that HR were not held high in regard. Unsurprisingly, employees' complaints were treated in a perfunctory and dismissive manner and not kept confidential. As a result of these complaints, female employees were subjected to retaliation, including but not limited to being deprived of work on projects, unwilling transfer to different units, and selected for layoffs. Women were also afforded less stock and incentive pay opportunities. Female employees were overwhelmingly assigned into lower grade levels without stock and incentive pay opportunities or less opportunities. Female employees also received less stock and incentive compensation than male employees. This pattern of practice on relations were continuing. Women were steered into lower levels of defense hierarchy and often had to work harder and longer to earn equal promotional and other opportunities as their male counterparts. As an example, a female employee working for Blizzard Entertainment was assigned to a lower level role, denied equal pay, and subsequently sought a promotion because she had been carrying out duties exceeding her job description. She was repeatedly told it was not her turn and others deserved a promotion ahead of her. Ultimately, the employee was promoted after 3 years, while her male counterpart was promoted within a year of his hire, despite having started several months after her. Her male counterpart was also assigned to leadership responsibilities which she was not afforded, responsibilities which furthered the male employee's ability to go promoted. In another example, a female employee who worked at Blizzard Entertainment was assigned to a lower level, denied equal pay, and passed over for promotion despite multiple factors that suggested she earned it. Highly rated performance reviews, she generated significantly more revenue in her marketing campaigns than her male counterpart, and she ran almost twice as many campaigns as her male counterpart. Despite her accomplishments, her male counterpart was invited to have a monthly or weekly one-on-one meetings with the vice president. She was not afforded the same opportunities and unsurprisingly was passed over for a promotion in favor of her male counterpart. Which to me, this part fucking surprises me. Like, why is it that Like, you would expect that in a company, the person who makes the most amount of revenue and money for the company will be the one that will be the one that gets promoted, and not the one that makes less. Similarly, that just kind of tells you just how deep is this problem, to the fact that they are not even that Blizzard is not fucking caring about money. It's so bad they decide, to put sexual discrimination before money. It's fucking Blizzard. I would never have fucking expected that from Blizzard. They love money. Similarly, other female employees at Blizzard Entertainment were assigned to lower level roles, denied equal pay, and further delayed or passed over for promotions in favor of male counterparts who lacked the same experience or qualifications but who were friends with the male head of unit. A newly promoted male supervisor delegated his responsibilities to his now female subordinates in favor of playing Call of Duty. Not even a good game. Other male supervisors who refused to communicate with female employees going to their male counterparts for information. And it keeps getting fucking worse. Female employees were also not promoted because of defendants' discriminatory practices against pregnant female employees. A female employee working on one game team had assumed some of the responsibilities of a manager. But when she asked her male supervisor about being fairly paid for the work she was actually doing and promoted into that position, the manager commented that they could not risk promoting her as she might get pregnant and like being a mom too much. In general, female employees were further treated negatively due to their pregnancies. Supervisors ignored medical restrictions given to female employees and gave them negative evaluations while they were out on maternity leave. Other female employees reported that they were criticized for leaving to pick up their children from daycare, while their male counterparts were playing video games, and female employees were kicked out of lactation rooms so employees could use the room for meetings. Like I said, it keeps getting fucking worse. Now we're going into the sexual harassment part, into the very bad part of that one. So yeah, be advised. In a blatant example of defendant's refusal to deal with a harasser because of his seniority/position, Alex Afrasiabi, the former senior creative director of World of Warcraft at Blizzard Entertainment, was permitted to engage in a blatant sexual harassment with little to no repercussions. During a company event, BlizzCon, Afrasiabi would hit on female employees, telling him he wanted to marry them, intended to kiss them, and putting his arms around them. This was in plain view of other male employees, including supervisors who had to intervene and pull him off female employees. Afrasiabi was so known to engage in harassment of females that his suit was nicknamed the Crosby suit, after alleged rapist Bill Crosby. Afrasiabi would also call females derogatory names at company events. Afrasiabi's conduct was known to Blizzard Entertainment executives who took no effective remedial measures. J. Allen Bragg, president of Blizzard Entertainment, allegedly had multiple conversations with Afrasiabi about his drinking, and that he had been too friendly toward female employees at company events, but gave Afrasiabi a slap on the wrist. In response to this incident, subsequently, Afrasiabi continued to make unwanted advances toward female employees, including grabbing a female employee's hand and inviting her to his hotel room and groping another woman. And now, be warned about the next one. In a tragic example of the harassment that defense allowed to fester in their offices, a female employee committed suicide while on a company trip due to a sexual relationship that she had been having with her male supervisors. The male supervisor was found by the police to have brought a butt plug, a lubricant, and lubricant on this business trip. A fucking business trip. The another employee confirmed that this deceased female employee may have been suffering from other sexual harassments at work prior to her death. Specifically, at a holiday party before her death, male coworkers were alleged to be passing around a picture, nudes, of the deceased person. Activision Blizzard is being pushed from every fucking side. The community, news outlets, content creators, their own female employees, they were just getting attacked from every fucking side, and they decided to give a response to IGN. We value diversity and strive to foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. First, this is not about diversity, this is not about inclusivity, this is about you being sexually harassing people and being discriminating against women. There is no place in our company or industry, or any industry, for sexual misconduct or harassment of any kind. Well, doesn't fucking seem like it, especially, first, doesn't seem like it in your company because of this, and second, industry, well, this is not the first time that we had this happen. For example, what happened with Riot Games. We take every allegation seriously and investigate all claims. Nope, that's not true. Because it has happened before that, for example, it has happened with content creators and Blizzard employees, for example, the voice actor of Kel'Thas from World of Warcraft. Now, someone claimed that both of those people harassed them sexually, and guess what happens? Blizzard cut ties instantly. But now, when it comes to it's about the higher exits at Blizzard, no, it's not us, we didn't do it, no. No, it's innocent until proven guilty. However, history doesn't show that, since Blizzard has always done the total opposite of that, guilty until proven innocent. In cases related to misconduct, action was taken to address the issue. This is a 2-year-long investigation in which Blizzard was aware of that, so that it was happening. But what is said on the lawsuit is that, well, nothing changed during those 2 fucking years. California government included distorted and in many cases false description of Blizzard's past. We have been extremely cooperative with the California government throughout their investigation, including providing them with extensive data and ample documentation. But they refuse to inform us what issues they perceive. Well, I mean, it's fucking obvious. They don't need to fucking tell you what issues they perceive. Of course, it's gonna be sexual harassment and discrimination. Like, they don't need to fucking tell you that. Like, why? They don't fucking need to tell you that for you to know that that's what they're fucking investigating. And even then, if it's, a good formality to do it, no, it still doesn't mean shit, because at the end of the day, you're still committing sexual harassment and discrimination against women. They were required by law to adequately investigate and to have good faith discussions with us to better understand and to resolve any claims or concerns before going to litigation. But they failed to do so. Once again, doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, you still committed your fucking crimes, so shut the fuck up. Just because they didn't inform you what issues they were investigating doesn't mean that the whole fucking that the issue itself is less bad. Instead, the right to file an accurate complaint, and as we will demonstrate in court. We are seeking by the reprehensible conduct of the California government to drag into the complaint the tragic suicide of an employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever on this case, and with no regard for her grieving family. First, it totally has to do with this fucking case, because it's because of the sexual harassment that is, mentioned in the lawsuit that, she committed suicide. So it totally has to do with this. And no regard for her grieving family, I can pretty confidently say that the grieving family would really fucking care about, about putting the person who caused her sister, daughter, mother, whatever, to commit suicide. Well, they want someone to go to jail for that. So with all of this, now this lawsuit has gotten a lot more attention than previous related cases, like with Riot Games, or for example, However, I still don't think that this will completely solve. Because this is something that anyone that has been in the military or any security force will understand the most. The problem is that this is not something that only the low-ranking employees do. This is not something that a regular developer does, and higher up notices they either get disciplined or fired. The sexual harassment and discriminations are something that even the higher executives at Activision Blizzard participate in. And the problem is that things get corrupt from the top to the bottom, not from the bottom to the top. So if the people who are in charge, the leaders, are the ones that do this kind of horrible behaviors, everyone else that's lower in the chain of command will follow them. And because of previous related accidents, we know that what's going to happen is Activision Blizzard is just going to fire some random low-level employees and supervisors who just to appease the people, and that's it. But because the higher-ups are still, the same guys who are sexually harassing and discriminating women, nothing is going to change, and the people will forget about it until the next big scandal. So that's why I say that people with the military or law enforcement knowledge we understand the most, because most of them will know that a squad who has a great leader will be a great squad, while the squad that has a shitty leader will be a shitty squad. It's the ones that have the power that influence the others, not the other fucking way around. Look, I'm mad. You can literally hear it. I don't normally talk this loud. I'm mad. I'm fucking mad. I'm angry. Well, and I can only hope the proper justice is served, because, let's be honest, all of this is more likely true. This is a 2-year investigation by the government. They wouldn't have filed a lawsuit if they didn't have some really good amount of good evidence. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.